Good afternoon, Belize. It's midday and you're tuned into the news at noon, where we bring you the latest updates from around the country. I'm Isana Cayetano, and here's what's making headlines today. 5 hours, one proposal. Unions and government lock horns in high-stake talks. New Education Minister faces union pressure just 2 months in. The Belize City Council rolls out its new eco-friendly taxi service. From courtroom to classroom, Dr. Christopher Malcolm named new Dean of the Norman Manley Law School. And Belize redraws town boundaries for the first time in 30 years. These stories are coming up in just 1 minute.
For 32 years, I've been delivering impactful news across print, radio, and television. With extensive training both locally and internationally, I bring you the top stories on News 5 every night, covering special assignments including Taiwan's historic swearing-in of President Tsai Ing-wen in 2016 and the ICJ's role in territorial disputes from The Hague in 2018 has broadened my global perspective. I use all these experiences to bring you the very best on News 5 live at 6. I am News 5.
Welcome back. After a massive show of force in Friday's demonstration, union leaders returned to the negotiating table on Tuesday, this time behind closed doors at the House of Culture. Just after 2 p.m., the joint union negotiating team and government officials entered the historic venue. What followed was 5 hours of intense back and forth as the unions laid out their demands and the government responded. By the end of the marathon meeting, a proposal was on the table. Both sides agreed to take it back, unions to their membership and government ministers to cabinet for further review. While the details of the proposal remain under wraps for now, union reps who spoke outside the House of Culture hinted that progress is being made, but the fight isn't just over.
Let me just say they present us with a proposal that we need to take to our membership first before we can talk about it publicly.
Is the proposal less value than what is being asked, with other compromises being struck?
I love a rhetorical question. Let's just say I'll say the same thing. They presented us with a proposal that we have to take to membership. And one of the reasons why I don't want to answer your question directly, because I don't want members to go with the wrong impression, because they too have to vote on what the government presented to us today.
The meeting was lengthy today. Was it in any way, was it, cordial? What was the atmosphere in there?
It was cordial until we got to a point where the demands of workers, in our view, is not taken seriously. And so we had to let them know that, well, for me, I have a mandate for strike. And I had to let them know, as of today, I'm sending out what I need to send out.
I believe that we had a very respectful meeting, as we always do. I believe that while we can get and were emotional at times, respect was always maintained. We went into that room with a mandate from our collective membership. We did not waver with that demand. We stuck it out. The Cabinet Subcommittee considered the request and they made an offer. They now go back to get the endorsement of Cabinet for that offer. Once Cabinet endorses that offer, then our membership accepts that offer when it is presented. We'll all be in a very good place. But I can say that today was a successful round of negotiation for the most part.
Just 2 months into the new role, Education Minister Oscar Requena is already feeling the heat. Requena was present for Tuesday's 5-hour negotiation marathon between the Joint Unions negotiation team and the government at the House of Culture. As unions pressed their demands following last week's massive demonstration, the minister found himself in the thick of it. We caught up with Minister Requena as he exited the meeting. While he kept his comments brief, he acknowledged the weight of the discussions and the importance of finding common ground. With tensions still high and a proposal now on the table, all eyes are on what comes next. For the unions, the government, and the man now tasked with steering the education sector through it all.
Well, first of all, I want to say that we had a very good meeting. It was a very cordial, respectful meeting. And just to preempt you, there is a proposal on the table, and I think it was well received.
Why is it that it had to come to this point where teachers had to demonstrate and unions had to demonstrate for you all to come to the table and think seriously about their demands?
No, I don't think that, it is because they demonstrated. We certainly had taken, into account those concerns, and it was just a matter of time.
How is the government considering you're going to make the provisions to meet this proposal?
Will they get the 8.5%?
I do not want to speak to the specifics because we do have a proposal. We need to go back to cabinet, and thereafter we'll be able to speak to you on the specifics.
Is this hard for you, difficult for you, a difficult thing to navigate as a Minister of Education?
Let me tell you, from the very onset, I made it very clear, and our government has made it very clear that we do understand, the concerns, the teachers and public servants have.
Nearly a year after launching its electric bus service, the Belize City Council is shifting gears once again. This time with the debut of the E-Ride taxi service, a new addition to the city's growing e-mobility pilot project. With just a few taps on the E-Ride app, commuters can now book safe, reliable, and eco-friendly rides around the city. The service aims to make clean transportation more accessible for both residents and visitors while reducing the city's carbon footprint. City Councillor Edmond Kwan says the E-Ride service is a game changer for urban mobility in Belize City. It's about giving people more options, modern, sustainable, and convenient ones, he shared. The move marks another step forward in the city's push towards a greener, smarter future.
Today's launch is more than just the rollout of electric vehicles. It's a reflection of our collective commitment to build a smarter and more sustainable city, one ride at a time. With this launch, we're not just keeping up with the future, we are shaping it. We're especially proud to have two of our e-taxi drivers, pioneers, with us here today. Their presence highlights the inclusivity and opportunity this initiative brings to our community. This service comes fully equipped with modern features, high-tech elements, and the kind of convenience that can transform the public transportation experience for our residents and tourists.
Dr. Christopher Malcolm, the legal mind who recently made headlines in Belize for representing former opposition leader Shine Barrow, is stepping into a new prestigious role. Come September 1st, Dr. Malcolm will take the helm as Dean of the Norman Manley Law School in Jamaica. While many in Belize know him for successfully challenging the legitimacy of the Unity Convention held by Tracy Tager Panton and the Alliance for Democracy, fewer may realize that Malcolm is a heavyweight in the Caribbean legal education. A former Attorney General of the British Virgin Islands, he currently serves as a senior lecturer and director of the Mona Law Institute's unit at the University of the West Indies. Now, he is set to lead one of the region's top legal institutions. The Norman Manley Law School, named after Jamaican statesman Norman Manley, is one of only 3 schools in the Caribbean authorized to award legal education certificates, alongside Eugene Dupuche Law School in the Bahamas and the Hugh Wooding Law School in Trinidad and Tobago. Beyond the courtroom and classroom, Dr. Malcolm is a key figure in regional dispute resolution, helping to shape legislation, train professionals, and build institutions that support peaceful conflict resolution. His appointment marks a new chapter for the Norman Manley Law School and a proud moment for Caribbean legal education. In a major move to keep up with urban growth and improve public services, the government of Belize has officially redrawn the boundaries of all 8 municipalities, a process known as redelineation. While Belize has 6 districts, the county includes 8 towns, San Ignacio and Santa Elena in the Cayo district and San Pedro in the Belize district, each treated as separate municipalities. The last time boundaries were updated was back in the 1990s, over 3 decades ago. The redelineation process was initiated under former local government minister Oscar Requena and finalized under current minister Florencio Marin Jr., who says the changes were made in consultation with relevant stakeholders. But what does this mean for residents? The new boundaries could affect everything from municipal services to voting districts. When asked when the expansion of towns might encroach on nearby villages, Minister Marin said the process was carefully managed to avoid such conflicts. As Belize's towns continue to grow, this boundary update marks a significant step in the planning of the future. Here's a preview of tonight's 5-point breakdown.
remember that there was consultation with villages and the towns. So, I mean, it depends what you mean by infringe. You know? I mean, there were parts where the towns were already servicing areas that perhaps was known as villages. And so, they kind of no need to bring it in that to be able to charge the proper fees and all that. To be able to provide better services to where the towns are already providing services, because the municipals, do garbage collection, they maintain the streets, they help provide for the different utilities. While in a village, I mean, the village council doesn't have all those powers to do so. They usually have to work through their area rep and then go to the national government. But with the municipal, there is some services that they provide that village councils does not.
That's a wrap for the news at noon. But don't worry, there's plenty more coming your way at 6 p.m. We'll dive deeper into these stories and more. In the meantime, visit channel5belize.com and follow us on Facebook for real-time updates. And don't miss Open Your Eyes tomorrow morning for fresh takes on today's headlines. Thanks for tuning in, Belize. Stay informed, stay inspired, and have a fantastic afternoon.
Veracidad, imparcialidad.
Hemos estado haciendo el trabajo como organización.
Y tus noticias en español.
Están en aguas beliceñas, entonces esta bandera se queda aquí.
Sintoniza Canal 5 cada viernes a las 7 de la noche.
Tenemos que resolver dos grandes problemas de este país.
Su voz importa, su acción cuenta.
Transfusión sanguínea, elementos que indican un deterioro evidente del estado de salud.
Somos Noticiero 5 semanal.
Perdió la vida en un heroico intento de proteger a su hermano. El Tribunal de Magistrados de la ciudad de Belice se paralizó. La policía está investigando 2 asesinatos separados.
Tu fuente de información.